Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Inside the Mirror podcast. I'm your host, Kyle David. If you didn't know, now you know. Hey, this week I just want to talk about where I'm at and some things that are frustrating me and some things I'm doing about it. And just want to talk through that. So let's just get into it. There's no need to beat around the bush. I've been super frustrated recently with just where I'm at in certain areas of my life, where my job and career is at. Some people at my job just frustrate me, and where we're at is frustrating to me as a leader, and where my team's at, it frustrates me. Um, my finances frustrate me. They're not where I want them to be. My relationships frustrate me. They're not where I want them to be. And so there's a lot of things in my life that are just very frustrating. And I don't think it's all bad, right? I don't think it's all bad. I think in life, as you level up and you grow personally, and you become different versions of yourself and you level up, I think there's resistance at each level. And I'll be honest, I think I've put a lot of work in over the past few years to level up in a lot of ways, especially the past year. And I think I'm hitting a ceiling or a floor of this level, if you will, the floor of the next level, the ceiling of this level. And I'm experiencing resistance and frustration. But I think it's normal, right? From what I know and just my own experience and learning from others is that as you grow and level up, you face resistance at each level, right? Like your current level of development and where you're at in life, it wants to keep you there. It wants to keep you there. And you have to break through and push through to get to the next level. Like, here's the thing. You might relate to this. You might be frustrated in life with where you're at. You might be frustrated with job, relationships, money, things that I'm frustrated with. And here's a few things, maybe comforting, may not. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to help you. You got to figure it out. Like, you have to take action. Like, you have to not spend your time complaining, feeling like a victim, whining about your situation. You got to do something about it, right? It's okay to process and vent. Like, don't hear me say, if you're frustrated with where you're at in life, you can't process and you can't vent. Like, do process, find people you trust, vent, process, get it out. But then you got to take some freaking action, right? Like, take some freaking action. 99% of the world, I shouldn't say that. 99% of Americans complain and then do nothing. Like, of course your life's not going to change if you didn't do anything. Like, take some responsibility, take some accountability, and take some action, right? And that's what I've learned recently is it's okay. I'm frustrated in a lot of areas, but that frustration is good if I do something about it, right? Sometimes you got to get backed into a corner in areas of your life so that you can take some action. That's God's way and life's way of saying, hey, time to do something different, right? If you're backed into a corner in your relationships, your job, your finances, your friendships, and you're not happy with it, like, good. Take that as a sign you need to do something about it, right? And so that's where I'm at. I'm experiencing a lot of frustration in different areas of my life. But I realize that there's no one's coming to save me. No one's coming to fix it. God's not going to reach down and just change everything. He's waiting on me to go, okay, Lord, I get it. You're trying to prompt me that I need to level up and do something differently and take action in these areas. And so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm working on, right? With my physical health, I work out. I go to the gym. I work out. I take cold showers. I force my body to level up because it hit a ceiling, right? It hit a level where it needed to break through and go to the next level. And so I had to take action, and I do. In my relationships, right? I've been so frustrated. It's my own fault that I don't have a good, strong friend group, romantic relationship, whatever. But it's my fault. Like, I got to put myself in that situation. So this morning, I went to church. I just went to a church that I wanted to visit, and I said hi to some people, and I just put myself in a situation to meet some people to fulfill that need. I took action because I'm sick of not having it. And no one's coming to give it to me. No one's going to knock on my door and be like, hey, man, we should be friends. No girls are coming knocking on my door being like, hey, God told me that we should date. Like, that's not going to happen. Like, it's just not. And I'm at a point in my life where I understand that it's up to me to take action. put myself in situations to get what I want with my job and finances. Like, I'm not just going to wait around and whine and complain. Like, I'm going to take action. I'm going to seek opportunities. I'm going to build stuff like this right here. I'm going to build stuff that's going to make me money down the road. I'm not just going to sit around and think about it all the time. I'm going to do something. Like, I'm going to take action. I'm fired up, if you can't tell, because I'm pissed off. Again, in a good way. I'm pissed off with where my life is, because although it's better than where it used to be, it's not where I want it to be. And so I'm righteously pissed. I'm righteously pissed, and I'm going to do something about it. And you're going to look at this hopefully in 12 months, and hopefully I can be an example to you, and you can see what happened over those 12 months. And you can catch some inspiration too, because you have to do something about it. You have to take action in life. You have to. I heard someone say this on a podcast recently. I'm probably going to butcher it, but something to the effect of, it doesn't matter what you feel like doing. You need to do what's required, right? Like, you need to do what's required regardless of your feelings. I need to do what's required regardless of my feelings. You just need to do the things. Like, get out of your head, get out of your feelings, and just do what you know you need to do. Like, the answer to your anxiety, my anxiety, why am I anxious about where I'm at in life, is because I need to take more action. Like, the escape from anxiety is action. Like, change your scenario, change your situation, change your circumstances if you don't like them. And then you won't be as anxious about them because you'll be doing something about them, right? Like, this is not me preaching at you. It's me preaching to me and letting you listen, right? Like, this is me kind of yelling at me, knowing what I need to do. And I have a lot of anxiety and frustration, again, with where I'm at. And so the only thing I can do, I can get more anxious. I could get more frustrated. That'll get me nowhere. That'll do nothing. Or I can just take massive action. Like, let it drive you. Let it piss you off. If you don't have the things you want in life, get pissed. Like, obviously control yourself and don't do things that are immoral. But get a little angry, get a little frustrated that your life is very average. If your life is average, get frustrated. You should be frustrated, right? You get one shot. Time is ticking. You're never going to get the years back. And if your life isn't where you want it to be, and you know you're living an average life, you should be pissed. I'm pissed. And I don't think I'm living an average life, but I definitely don't think I'm living up to my fullest potential. So I'm a little bit pissed. Not at anyone, not at me, just at the fact that I'm not there yet, and I need to do more. I don't like my situation enough to stay in it, right? If you don't like your situation, don't stay in it. That's the problem I see so many people make, and I've done it too, is you don't like your life, you don't like your situation, and you stay in it. Like, that doesn't even make sense. That's like the worst thing you could do for yourself, is be in a situation you don't like and just sit in it. And then talk about how much and think about how much you don't like it. But you're just sitting in it. Like, get out of it. Get out of it. And I think God allows these situations in life to happen to also force us to rely on him and be like, all right, Lord, what do you want me to do? Right? What do I need to do right now? Because I'm unhappy and I don't like where I'm at. And I don't think you want me to just sit here and do nothing. If you read from the beginning of the Bible, from the book of Genesis, God tells us to take action, to take dominion, to be people that go, right? Like, all throughout the Bible, he tells people, go, take dominion, do this, do that, do this. He doesn't require us to base our salvation or our faith on performance and doing, but God literally started the Bible by doing and creating and taking action. And I do not believe that God wants us to sit and sulk and not change our situation when we feel in us. If you're connected spiritually to the Holy Spirit and to the Lord, and you feel in you like, I am capable of more, I believe the Holy Spirit is telling you, correct. And you need to seek out, what do I need to do then, Lord, to take action, right? It can't just all be on you. Hear that? Like, that's where things get discombobulated, and I fall into it too, of thinking that I just have to do everything. But I just think we default too much in America to being like, God's going to take care of it. Like, no, he's not. If that means he's just going to come save you. Like he's not coming to fix all your circumstances. You need to partner with him and take action, right? He will guide you, but he's not going to come do the work for you. And I think that's where in America Christians get so screwed up. We have this weird humility about money of like, don't work hard for money. God will provide. Like, yeah, he will, but you need to take action and be responsible too. Like if God is with you and guiding you, he needs you to take action too. He's not going to come fix it all, right? Like he is a God that gave us free will, right? We need to operate out of free will, and in that free will need to choose to take action, to do things, to partner with him, to work, right? So I don't think I've taken a deep breath here. But I'm fired up, and I hope you catch a little bit of that too, because I think we just live in a culture and a society where people are so comfortable with where they're at, but they're really not happy with where they're at, but they also don't want to do anything about it. And I absolutely refuse to be part of that. I refuse. Like, I will not be part of the group of people that live average lives and don't really enjoy it, but they're okay with it and do nothing about it. Like, not I, hopefully not you. I'm not going to do it. Hopefully you don't do it, because that's not what you were called to do. You were called to live to your fullest potential and to make impact and to make a difference. And that requires you to get uncomfortable and take action. If not for yourself, for other people, for the people that you love, for the people you're supposed to influence, for the people you're supposed to impact. You do not get to just sit back and be like, it's too hard. I don't want to do it. I'll do a little bit, but not much. False. Do not be that person. Catch a fire, catch a flame, and hopefully not to say do what I'm doing, but like do some of the things that I'm doing. Like put yourself around different people, get in a different environment. Like I did not want to get up this morning and go to church, but I just needed to go put myself in that environment to receive and to also be around other people that are of the same mindset that I can just be in a room with, right? Because I need to break the environment of just me running through every day with just me. Like, I'm sick of it. It's frustrating to me. And it's actually really hard running from, 5 to 10 every day by yourself. It's all on you. You need to get around some different people. And so I don't have it figured out. That's what I'm actively doing. And so, like I said, don't hear me preaching at you. Hear me preaching to myself, and you're listening. That's what's actually happening here. So there was really no structure, no script for this podcast. It was just me venting a little bit, riffing a little bit, and hopefully giving you something that you can catch and latch onto, and also catch a fire under you too. Because again, I am pissed off about where my life is at, in a good way, right? Don't hear me being negative. I've worked hard to get to where I'm at, to get sober, to sustain my sobriety, to have a really good job, to be able to be in a place that challenges me. But it's time to go to the next level. And I guess that's the whole point of this, is like, if you're listening and you're not where you want to be, it's time to go to the next level. It's time to take action and break through. There's going to be resistance. Like, I'm feeling it right now. I've been actively trying to break through this next level, and there's things I need to do that I'm facing resistance. Spiritually, situationally, again, in my job, in very many areas of my life, I'm facing resistance. And you have to push through. Like, the resistance is there as a sign you're doing the right thing. You're going in the right direction. If you weren't, there'd be no resistance, right? The enemy, life, wants to keep you comfortable so you don't grow and you don't break through and you don't become someone that creates impact and influence, right? You have to push through. You have to break through the next level. You have to grow to the next level. So I think I belabored the point there, but that's where I'm at. Hopefully I can show you and keep talking about my journey, my experiences, my failures, what I'm doing, what I'm trying, what's not working, what is. And that's what you're going to hear a lot from me over the next 12 months, is what I'm trying, what I'm doing, what's working, what's not. And hopefully, again, you can catch something from it and use it in your own life. And if not, I don't know why you're listening. Unless you think I have just like a great voice on this new Shure microphone that I got. This microphone is new, by the way, if you're watching. If you're listening, hopefully you can hear it. But that's all I got today. Like, catch a fire. It's time to go to the next level. That's what I'm going to call this one. It's time to go to the next level. Push through, break through, get righteously pissed about where your life is at, and let's go take some action. Thanks for listening. I'll be back next week. Adios.